Hey, how you doing? Bryan DeLauney here. The passage you just heard was from Yngwie, the Rising Force album. It's Icarus Dream Suite Opus 4. Haven't played it in a long time. Cracked the book yesterday. Went through it about twice and said, hey, I can do something really neat with this. Looking through the notations of the book, I've been looking through some Bach, Mozart. I've cracked this one open. I'm going to be looking at Tony McAlpine. I want to go through some of the notes of the notation. So I'm reading the notation, not the tab. Trying to look at the chord and look at what they're playing on top of it, and that's what happened. I saw this, and it has some neat E minor, harmonic minor, Locrian, Phrygian dominant kind of ideas, and I was going to explain them a little bit to you and see what it's doing. The key of this passage is G, or probably E minor, which is the relative minor. So G is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Now if I go to the 6th note and I start it there and continue the G major pattern starting on that 6th note, that is a relative minor. So that a natural minor or Aeolian mode, which is the same thing, is the 6th note of the G major scale played throughout. So you're actually playing the major scale starting on the 6th note, playing it to the octave of the 6th note. Confusing? Not really. So it's pretty simple. Learn your major scales, you'll know all your minors, all your modes. Just by knowing one major scale, you'll know 7 scales. Alright, so the harmonic minor, what it actually does, instead of going, it goes D and the D sharp is the difference. So there is a raised 7. So it's a half step back from the tonic, the E, instead of being a whole step. So it's a D sharp instead of a D. Here we go. Instead of, it'll play. So that's one of the notes you'll hear. The first passage in here starts on this B. There's a D sharp. So you can hear it right there, right off the bat. It's over an E minor chord, but that note is where it transitions into a B chord for that D sharp. If I would have played the D on top of that B major, it wouldn't have sounded good, or if he would have. It starts on the B. So theoretically, you probably want to call that the Phrygian dominant, which is basically playing the harmonic minor. Instead of starting on the E, I'm starting on the 5th note above it, E, F, G, A, B, and going B to B through the harmonic minor. That's what they call the Phrygian dominant. Okay, so the next interesting passage that we do, the one that I'm going to explain, is that is a G major scale starting on the 7th note. So it's like playing G, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, starting on F sharp. So the same thing here. Which is what they call a Locrian. So that's the mode starting on the 7th note. Okay. One of the next patterns comes after the arpeggio, which is a B major arpeggio. Starts on the third note, still the first note, third note. So it's a first inversion. Then this is the interesting passage. Okay, what it's doing, let me get the glare out. So that's E, F sharp, G. Harmonic minor, hear the D sharp. See the D sharp? So it's playing harmonic minor, then it shifts into the natural minor, or Aeolian. So it's playing through the 7 like that. That's one of my favorite parts in that entire opening. Actually, it is my favorite part in the entire opening. So you can see that he's using a lot of ideas and a lot of passages. They're not very complicated. They're a one note difference, or they're just starting on a different note of a scale that you already know. Or if you're writing a song in E minor and you start it on the second or fourth note or whatever, what you're doing is you're actually making a mode of the G major. You know, you can play the E harmonic minor if you know it, and just start it on the 5th note, and then it's the Phrygian dominant. So by actually playing stuff you know and starting it on different notes, you create different whole step and half step patterns in between it, and giving it a different sound, and that's the concept of modes. A lot of stuff that he plays is very simple scales. There's not any really abstract, complicated scales out there. They're pretty basic, but it's all in how you use it and how you layer it on top of different chords and stuff. So you take the time to learn some major scales, understand what's going on in them, and look at the chords of the artist that you like and try to see what he's doing on top of it. You know, don't just look at the solo, look at the chord that's being played at the same time as the solo. And that's the point of this lesson. That's all there is to it.